all y'all in here? Okay. Got the COPD. Okay. Hey Google, turn the big light off. I just got done washing all my sheets. Oh, I got the COPD, man. Shouldn't have made fun of old Jenny Gin Gin and her iron lung, huh? Okay. Let me tell you, y'all a little story. I do not care who Alex is with. Alex could be with Lindy herself for all I care. This isn't about Alex's girlfriend. This isn't really even about Alex. This is about a fugitive and her friends that decided they had the right to violate my privacy and my family's privacy. You know what I mean? That's never going to change. I want her. Y'all are going to have to put someone up on the altar. It's going to be someone, and it might as well be her. Hold on, let me get me something to drink, and I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all ain't coming back in if you're going back out. Make up your mind. You want to sit here, me, Emilio? Oh, I got indigestion too on top of everything else. Y'all once again have lost the plot. That was my grandma. That was my privacy. That was my family's privacy. And that fugitive participated in that. I can be a normal, decent human being and be honest and say, yeah, I think you might have did this or you might have did that, but I ain't got no hard feelings towards you. Have a great life. There's I feel like someone put a curse on me in my lungs. It's a bummer. There's some people here that I just have no bad feelings towards. Like, even if they trolled me a little bit, I trolled people many years on here. Hey, that's cool. The problem with the trolling when it is about me is there was things that were heard or things that were repeated back to me that were only spoken. There was some way they were listening, and I do believe it all goes back to those wise camps. I'm not going to let that go. If someone can see what pictures I have in my iCloud, then they can put something in there. I'm not going to live a life like that. I'm not going to worry about that. Ever. I shouldn't have to. I'm not a fugitive. I didn't suicide troll people. Let's see, who do I wish prison for, and who do I wish who do I forgive, and who do I wish would get a subpoena? People like Wog, Misfit Jenny, like, for one, look at their lives. It's already, right? But you know what I mean? Like, even when it comes down to Jenny Gin Gin, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm sure if we delved into her life, it is pretty pathetic, I just don't have that kind of venom. Like the ship, I think it's super creepy. I think it's super creepy that anyone would know what was going on inside my grandma's home. I think that's predatory. And I think these people are predators. I absolutely believe they are predators. And I have been mind fucked on here so many times. Even back when Bergs was being nice to me and gave me Hazel's information, and I gave him money. I told him, I was like, I don't even, want it, whatever. He offered it up. I've been mind fucked so many times on here. I remember when 8 Toes messaged me on Twitter like, I don't know if y'all like appeal to my vanity. Oh, I just love this about you or that. Yeah, that doesn't work anymore. I'm on my medication. I'm not like ego, you know what I mean? Maniac, all manic. Like, this is me. So if I don't like you, I don't like you. If I I just don't have that kind of venom towards people like Steve and Barbie and people like that. It's like, I wasn't ever close to them. I don't know them. But see how it all falls into line. I just need to find out who the like patient zero is. Like, I need to find out who that is. Is it JT? Is it Angelo? I mean, I don't need friends. I have a great friend I talk to all day, all night, whenever I choose. I don't need anything. This isn't about winning people over. This isn't about friendships. I don't need any of that. That's what narcissists like Lindy need. Someone to boost their ego. See, if I was a true narcissist like that, then I would continue to fall for the, Lindy, you could say this and that. As soon as you compliment her, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's not me because I'm not a narcissist like that. Might have some narcissistic traits, but I am not a textbook like the DCM-5 narcissist. I might be a lot of other things, but I'm definitely not letting people that reside in $3,000 single wides that probably got their GED like me diagnose my mental health. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little odd. So these people that want to diagnose me, then that means I can diagnose everyone. I think Bridget's a covert narcissist. Absolutely do. I bet my life on it. I believe that. I believe Lindy is just a narcissist. Um, you know? No one is going to get away with violating my family. I want that loon in prison where she belongs. She belongs there. If she would do that to me after I was her friend, none of these people, that's what narcissists do. Like JT, you're that arrogant, narcissistic. You think you have the right to delve into my or my family's life or hack passwords or spyware or whatever the fuck you do. That's how sick y'all are. You shouldn't have did what you did. When I was friends with that little gay DL punk, I said, what did I say one night about, I turned Lindy in or do, because I say all this wild shit. Y'all hear all the wild shit I say. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to do something to her like that, I would end it way, way back. No, I know how to punish her. I can't get the police involved the way I want to because some people, if I was such a narcissist, if I was such a psychopath, no, because I do have empathy and I do have compassion and I don't want to ruin some people's lives. You understand? Corey, Paulette Briggs. If it was just Lindy, if it was just like, say, JT and Lindy, and that was but when I start delving into this deeper and deeper, it's like the little spider webs just shoot out in every direction. So if you snag one, you snag them all. And see, that's where I always get. It's like my mind, my heart. Like, you know? I've been over that boy long, 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 long time ago. The last time I looked at his page was probably in December, maybe January, but it was whenever he had posted, I think it was a picture of him. I didn't even take a screenshot and I haven't been back over there since. This isn't about that. It's about what was done to me and my family because people thought they had that right. Like, who the fuck are y'all that you think you had any right to read any of my private communications between family, my emails, or know what chat room I was in, or know what porn I looked at? You had no right. So everything after that is null and void. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because you never had that right in the first place. You don't get to delve into people's life and say, oh, he's an animal abuser. Oh, he's this. That's not the way life works. The police aren't even allowed to do that. You can't go raid someone's home and then find something and string them up on it. That's not reality. So you can suck my asshole. I want her in prison. Or I want her to get a lawyer and take care of that down there. When she takes care of that down there, she don't have to worry about me ever again, does she? But she's going to take some accountability and some responsibility for what she did down there unless Georgia tells her or tells me that they don't want nothing to do with it. And I'm going to stomp my feet if they tell me that because I have been abused. My life has been destroyed because of her. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it till the end. I've been consistent about what happened to me. I've documented it all. I've taken screenshots. If you're worried about getting in trouble, if you're worried about losing everything you have, then you shouldn't have did it. It's that simple. It's not complicated. It's just not. Like people like Wog, Misfit Jenny, they're both pitiful drunks. There's nothing I have to do to them. You know what I'm saying? Alex, he's got some bisexual tendencies. I don't care who he's with. That's a fact. And best of luck to him. But one day I will definitely, his daughters will read those DMs one day. They absolutely will. I gave you that respect, little man, and you didn't give it back to me. So there's that. Right? That's fair. I think that's fair. Don't you, Alex? I don't want to get you fired. I don't want to bother your mother. I don't want to even really know where you live. I'm going to have to find out to do what I want to do one day. But I don't want to disrupt your life. But I'm going to give you the same respect that you gave me, Alex. That's my mom. That's my grandma. I can hate my mom one day and love her the next. That's my family. That's my sister. That was private pictures that were sent between us. I remember what Tara and Brian K. about the worms. That it was from text messages. It was invasive and it was criminal. And I'm going to scream it from the rooftops. And y'all are going to have to put her up on the altar or either face consequences for what y'all did. And I don't know if it was JT to begin with, and then it was the ship. But there's sure a lot of Tara and Stitches and Angelo and Jennifer Moody and Shan Man, and there's a lot of that in this whole ordeal that I suffered through. I don't even want revenge on Bergs, to be honest with you. He's going to die in that garage one day, and probably somebody won't find his body for a week. Don't care. The one in South Florida, I would love to put her in jail or sue her. Absolutely. That woman has a screw loose. Same with Jeannie Patterson. There's something wrong in that mind. If you would do the things, I'm a mean person. I can be very mean when I want to. I can be very mean. And I would never do to her what she did to me. I couldn't do it. As a human being, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. So that's a really bad person if they would do that. I've got a sharp tongue, but I ain't gonna do something that dirty and sick to you. And that was sick what was done to me. It was very sick. And she reveled in it like that fugitive who was my friend I talked to for 7 years every single day of my life. That's a sick, deranged catfish that would do that. Lindy can hide in the shadows like the coward she is, but she's not going to be able to hide forever because everybody in this world's going to know where she lives. And I'm going to verify it with my eyeballs. I'm going to go live. She's going to understand what it's like to be just humiliated and put out there for the world. You did that to me, Lindy. You humiliated me. I wanted to die because of what you participated in. I could have never done such a thing to you. And those people that participated in that are sickos. They are. I'm not going to be mind-fucked by anybody else on here. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Mallory, this is my feelings about Mallory because I remember some of the things Mallory said, and see, she had to use my mom and do that because I think they creeped around. Anyway, I ain't gonna get on that, but like, she's a pitiful little. She failed as being a man. She failed as being a gay man. She failed. She couldn't handle being a gay man, so she had to pretend to be a woman. She's already got mental health issues, which is evident when she's prancing around in a sundress in Publix at 6'2". So best of luck to her. Ain't nothing I gotta do to her. I mean, how pitiful is that? I think Linda's a sicko. I do. I think she's a narcissist sicko. That's why all those people, you see how they all, they call me a narcissist. You're a narcissist, Ron. You're a narcissist. Do you see how they all coalesce together? Like the one that won't be named, Jeannie Patterson, Lindy, Linda Anderson, Bridget. Those people, those are narcissistic sickos. They just are. They are. They are true narcissists. Lindy is Corey said it for years and years. She was a textbook narcissist, textbook. And she's right. She's absolutely right. And you know, Corey, you should be grateful. You should be grateful because I have compassion for you because I do think you're a decent, good human being at the core. And you know in your heart what she is. You know in your heart what she is. You can think whatever you want to about me, Corey, but you know exactly what she is. You know she's a manipulator too. You know she's. I mean, come on. Come on. She lied about being raped to win a fight minute on here. It says everything you need to know about her. So it's all about keeping up fake appearances for her. Everything over here is paid for except the roof, $12,000. That's like the biggest debt there is. Yeah. So my family's worked their whole lives, and if you think I'm gonna let some creepy fugitive freak violate them, if you go, John Thompson, sorry, dude. I'm sorry, buddy. You're gonna pay for my therapy because I desperately need it. After what you've done to me, John Thompson, absolutely do. Because I know some of that at the very beginning was you. It was textbook you, JT. I remember going to your channel with the Rickroll. You were the one. And you're gonna have to come up with something. We're gonna have to work something out, and it's gonna have to be through a legal. I'll sign my rights away, but you're gonna pay for my therapy. That's all I want. I want my therapy paid for a few years. I have Hillsborough County health insurance. I don't have mental health insurance right now. Until my SSI is approved and I get on Medicare or whatever, I don't have any health insurance for mental health. I have it for physical, not mental. You're going to pay for therapy because I need to sit down with someone. I can't walk by a camera. I can't have a. I'm telling you, JT, you fucked up this time. You fucked with a mentally ill person and you knew I was mentally ill. And you're still going to get off easy, JT, but you're going to pay for my therapy. You can pay the therapist directly. I'll sign an agreement saying this is whatever. We'll get two lawyers together and we'll do it, JT. That's all I want. I want to go sit with someone once a week or once every other week and talk to them and let them try to fix my brain because it is damaged from what you and those freaks did, JT. I don't know how nicer I can be. I let y'all terrorize me for 2 years straight, violate me in every way imaginable. I mean, I ain't going away. No one's gonna do anything to me. I don't know what else to say. I don't hold that kind of like animosity toward Alex or whoever he would, because that's over and done with. It's about the other things. And if you think my family deserved my grandma who was over there just dying, if Bridget or whoever knew anything, no one had that right. What if I would have done that to Bridget? What if I would have done that to somebody else? They would have me put in jail. And I would rightfully deserve to be there. That's sick. That's abnormal. You don't come around people's homes like that. You don't read their emails. You don't hack their passwords. That's some weirdo ass shit. Why? Because Bridget's butthurt because I'm here? Or Alex or Lindy? Suck it up, Buttercup. That's what Lindy told me. You can invade my privacy all you want. I don't do anything bad. Y'all are the ones that have dug and dug and dug and dug and gave me all the evidence I need on all those devices stacked away in that drawer. Y'all did that. This is my channel. I can say whatever I want to. I can go and do whatever I want to because y'all opened those doors for me. I don't know how else to express it to you. That bitch does. If anybody in this world deserves to be in prison, it's Lindy. It's Lindy. So y'all are gonna have to figure out how that's all gonna work or go down. Because if you think once they haul her ass in there, if she ain't gonna start singing like a bird when she's facing more new charges, please talk about loyalty. That ain't gonna happen. I'm going to go very shortly. I just would like to reiterate this. I never went real life on anybody. I didn't. I have very few regrets from all the time I was here, as mentally unwell as I was, that I didn't even understand how unwell I was. I never did anything like that. The only few things I regret being mean to Celeste. I do regret that. What else do I regret? I regret the day I ever sent Stewie a DM. And you know what's so sad? And that's how sick these people are. I remember, like, this is how unwell I was. I mean, I was really, I did, I was mentally ill. I mean, that's not being a victim. That's not making excuses. I was mentally ill. I remember going to Walmart to get some water or whatever it was back then. And I remember crying and sitting in the car, and I was texting Stewie, DM through Twitter, like, oh, I just want to be friends. And but because that's so weird. It's so fucking weird. I was meant. Do you think nowadays, like in the shape I'm in, that I would be doing that? Like, that's how unwell I was. And you can't tell me after 7 years on Voight 24/7 that that's not going to make someone extremely mentally unwell, because we've seen many, many people on here go cuckoo, and we've seen people destroy their marriages and their family and lose this and lose that. So, yeah, staying on Voight for 7+ years, 24/7, yeah, that's not good for anyone's mental health. And it especially isn't good for someone that's already suffering from mental health issues. So y'all thought that was a great thing to do to me. And it's not even y'all, because I don't fucking know y'all and I don't care about y'all. It's her. That was my friend. And I would have never done anything remotely like that to her. They knew what was going on around my home. It's creepy. That's creepy. And if I would have did that to her, she would feel exactly the way I feel. Um, so there's that. And like the other day about Hazel, I felt bad for being mean. Did she suicide troll me back in the past? Maybe. But you know what? I still felt bad for being mean to her. Because I can forgive some people. I didn't, that's whatever. But with people like JT and that JP and those other weirdos, they're sick people. I fought them for many years along with that fugitive, even though she was a lying freak, because what they did to her in principle was wrong. And I can still keep my head high and know I fought the good fight and I was right about all those people all the way to the end. And Lindy in her little Delulu mind knows I'm exactly right too. They were always pieces of shit. Just because Lindy was a lying piece of shit too, never gave them the right to go into her private life in any way, shape, or form. Or Thomas is. Remember JT making a Facebook of Thomas and doing all that chaos that they brought in people's lives. I never did that. I never did all that kind of weirdo stuff. I just either, made a stupid troll account and flooded the chat and went on about over here. I didn't do that kind of shit. Made some little threats, whatever. But I wasn't fucking doing that kind of shit. Like when Nick Abbott would go into Bombshell's chat with her dad's name and just do hundreds and hundreds and flood it over and over and over again. Hashtag bought her. I never did that kind of stuff. So, I let that freak fugitive. Anyway. I'm not going to get myself upset. So, like with Hazel, bygones be bygones. You could be dating Alex. You could be in Acapulco with him. I don't care. It's not about that. That's over 953 days ago. It's not about love. It's not about sex. It's about right and wrong. And what was done to me was wrong. Alex knew my mother didn't have any teeth. Alex knew my septic tank was broke. And you know what? Alex knew my dog was starting to get that tumor on his neck. And you know what? Alex took every last penny of that tax return money that Lindy had told him about. That's not a good person. It's not. So you can think Alex a great, wonderful guy. Good for you. He conned me too. But if you'll do that, if you'll take my last $20 and knowingly and let me borrow on a PayPal and get a bag check so I can give it to you, then you're a bad person. And I feel sorry for you and I feel sorry for your daughters, because that's not a good person. And karma does go around. Hopefully someone doesn't do that to your girls one day, Alex. Hopefully someone doesn't do that to Bridget's nieces one day. Hopefully someone doesn't suicide troll them. I sure hope they don't. People make mistakes in life, you know that? I made a many mistakes and I pay for every one. And that fugitive cunt has never paid for one. And this time she is going to pay. I just have to balance things a certain way because I actually am a decent person at my core. If I wasn't, all hell would have broke loose a long, long, long time ago. I let y'all get away with a lot, and I'm not letting her go by until everybody in this world knows exactly where she lives. I'm gonna know where she lives every time. If she moves for the rest of my life, I'm gonna know exactly where she's at. I'm going to be Lindy and she is going to be Kat till the day we both die. So that's a choice you made, Fugitive Lynn. And I'm going to give you advice one more time here before I go. If you call and get a lawyer and have that lawyer call down there to that county, get it all fixed out, get it all done, you'll never have to worry about me again. But you're going to have to take some kind of accountability for what you did to my family because I defended yours. And that's not a good person. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me on here. I wasted way too much of my life caring about what people think about me. Way too much of my life. That's why this is so freeing. Like, I just don't give a fuck. And it's the best way to live life, I think. It's the best. Just don't give a fuck and live your life and do what you want to do. As long as it's not infringing on any other's privacy. Like, if you're that cowardly and you're that weak where you have to do the things that were done to me, then you're a piece of shit. And I proved it over and over and over. What have you proved about me? That I'm a piece of shit? Oh, bravo. I could have given you a list of 30 names to call to verify that, and you wouldn't have had to go into my life. I'm trying to be a better person. And I'm going to move on from this one day. But that bitch is going to face some consequences for what she participated in against me. I'm not going to let her get away with it. There's that. That was my grandma, and I loved my grandma more than anybody in this world. And if you think I'm going to let some weirdo freaks and a fugitive felon freak violate her and get away with it, then you're all fucking stupid. You're just as stupid as she is, and you're as stupid as JT is for to do something like that. Y'all thought you were going to get away with it. It's why you did it to me. If you thought for even a nanosecond that we would be where we're at right now, you'd have never done it to me. All you had to do was show me some kind of decency, Lindy. But you had to play victim just like Bridget till the bitter fucking end. And what did it get you? It got you exactly what you deserve. I got what I deserved. I sure did. In every way imaginable. And I took it like a champ. And you're going to get what you deserve, Lindy. And Alex is going to get what he deserves one day. Just Lindy, you should be grateful I'm not as nasty of a person as you are. Because if I was, girl, they'd have done drug you out of that house 952 days ago. Be grateful. Have some gratitude that I'm not as big a piece of shit as you are, Jeannie Lynn Ledford Brown. But I'm going to know where you live till the day you die. That much I can promise you. So I'm going to go enjoy my evening. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Unless you're a trailer park cretin or a little weirdo in New Jersey or a fugitive felon freak, I really ain't got much beef with you. Don't want to know you, don't want to talk to you, but I don't wish you any ill will, and I hope you have the best life and, good luck. But someone's going to have to pay for what was done to me. So y'all are going to have to decide that because I ain't going nowhere. So y'all have a great night, and I'll be back whenever I'm back. Bye now.